This morning, Chrissy Teigen is publicly apologizing, breaking her social media silence to address past tweets and cyberbullying. On Monday, writing in a lengthy blog post, "I know I've been quiet, and Lord knows you don't want to hear about me, but I want you to know I've been sitting in a hole of deserved global punishment, the ultimate sit here and think about what you've done." Last month, Teigen's decade-old tweets resurfaced showing a string of harassment directed at model and TV personality Courtney Stodden. Teigen told the then teenager in one now-deleted tweet captured by BuzzFeed she wanted Stodden to take a dirt nap. In her blog post, Teigen says she's privately reaching out to people she has hurt. "Not a day, not a single moment has passed where I haven't felt the crushing weight of regret for the things I've said in the past. I have to stop and wonder, how could I have done that?"
Whew. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. In fact, there might be too much to unpack, which means we're probably going to need another edition of Now Let's Talk This Out. Whew. Okay, so first of all, I think we can all agree that Chrissy Teigen has been a particularly horrible person online. Because yes, a lot of people have said mean things on Twitter, but to chase people into their DMs, yo man, that's like Mike Tyson coming to punch you one more time at home after the fight. It's pretty f***ed up. And you know what's really wild about this whole story? Is that Chrissy Teigen was in this world of vitriol and hate when her husband is famous for singing the most uplifting love ballads. Like, she was sitting on the couch, tweeting that people should kill themselves, and John Legend was 10 feet away in the same room, singing, "All of me loves all of you." And honestly, I'm glad that Chrissy Teigen is owning up. I'm glad that she's owning up to being a horrible person online, because that is what we want, right? We want people to be better and we want people to grow. It doesn't immediately excuse what they did before, but I think it's way better than them not learning and growing. And you know, even though the story was so messed up, what really gives me hope is that back when Chrissy was bullying people online, millions of people were cheering for her. But now, a lot of those people are criticizing her for that same thing that they cheered. Which, yes, on the one hand is hypocritical, but on the other hand is good, because it shows you that society has evolved, which is what we're always trying to do. We don't want to accept the shit that we used to. And please, don't get me wrong. Online bullying still happens way too often. But at least now, there's much more awareness of how harmful it can be. And for that, we obviously must thank Melania. Now, I don't know how she did it. I just think she held a press conference one time and stood in front of a sign, and the next thing you know, we be best. But this apology also made me think about why exactly Chrissy Teigen was so brutal to people to begin with. Because let's be real, Chrissy Teigen was far from the only asshole on Twitter. Right? Yeah, she might have been one of the biggest and one of the best at it, but being on Twitter is a lot like when dogs meet at the park. There's assholes on display everywhere. And that's not an accident. Like, what we have to understand is that social media pushes people into being their most asshole-ish self. Roasting people, dunking on them, that's how you get the likes, that's how you get the retweets. It's how you have fun. It's how you get to be part of the group. And the platforms want you to spend all your time on them, so they send you stuff to outrage you. Twitter sees when a few people are attacking someone and they put that in the trending topics. 5 people dunk on some random guy, and then Twitter says, oh, maybe everyone in the world would enjoy dunking on this random guy. Is the random guy going to enjoy it? Yeah, whatever. If he didn't want the whole world telling him to get AIDS, he shouldn't have posted that tweet to his 45 followers. He wanted this. So then what do you end up with? You end up with millions of people looking to roast each other, to say the nastiest things that they can think of until they go too far, and then all of a sudden, the outrage they were a part of turns on them. And that's not a mistake. It's how the system is set up to keep us all online and to keep making money for the platforms. Because think about it. Chrissy Teigen wasn't going up to people in real life telling them to kill themselves. In fact, most of the things people say to each other online, they would never dare say to another human being in real life. But there's something about the platform that incentivizes people to be the worst versions of themselves. And until we ask ourselves why, all we're doing is chasing after the symptoms and not the cause.